Yeah, no question. I thought the same thing. I liked our first a lot. Looked like we were skating good. Good things happening on both sides of the rink, but after that, it just felt like they wore us down and took over the game someplace middle of the second period on.
Is there anything that you specifically didn't like about the power play after the first?
Yeah, lots of it. Looked like they were struggling. They struggled last night at times on the entries. Looked like we lacked some speed there, and then everything kind of deteriorated from there, in my opinion. Like this 2 nights in a row, it hasn't been real sharp. Creates a look or two, but nothing super dangerous. We got to get back to what we'd been doing all year. So they talked about it today. We'll talk about it again on Monday. Try to get it turned around.
Coach, in your opinion, you guys can string together clumps of wins here, and then we're just talking to Devon. It seems like you guys can hit a little bit of a skid. What's, in your opinion, leading to real up and down?
Well, I don't know. Like energy, I think is part of it. So if we don't have it, if our top guys aren't like clicking on all cylinders on a nightly basis, it's tough to win.
We've talked a lot in the last couple of years about Nate and his efforts and pulling the team to win. The times he's kind of going through a dry stretch a little bit. Does that compound some of the other issues maybe going on?
Well, I mean, we're asking them to do a lot, on a nightly basis. Those guys are playing a lot. They're playing all situations. I think, I don't know about dry spell for Nate, hasn't scored in a little bit, but I think he's still been impactful and playing hard. So, but yeah, I mean, it just seems like if it isn't those guys scoring is tough to come by, and yeah, you got guys on the other team we're trying to check against multiple lines with their line, and it's some heavy lifting for those guys right now. So it seems like some nights are running out of gas.
Coach, you guys make a big move today, obviously with a teammate that leaves. It's a business, understood, but
Yeah.
a guy that's been a part of the organization for a while. How does it affect the room, and what's the message that you give to them when a trade like that happens?
Well, great kid, hard-working guy, comes in shape, ready to work, and he's a kid that's growing up with us, right? There's some inconsistencies in his game still. He's still a young player. I think he's got a bright future yet. We trade him for a veteran guy that's got some juice and some energy and a personality that I think can help our room. And so that veteran experience and some of the intangibles that he brings, I think, can help us, So hopefully it's a good trade for both teams.
Casey's had a hot start, and it seems like his production's kind of dropped off here. How do you kind of see his game over the last?
Yeah, I'd say it's got to improve again, skating. The skate, like I watch his game and he's effective when he's skating and churning his legs. We talk about that with a lot of guys, but I don't know if it's an energy thing from him recently or seems to be feeling okay. But I think the offense comes with him. He's such a creative guy and a great playmaker, passer. We've talked about him, like getting him in a shot mentality a little bit more, but it starts with him moving his legs and challenging defenders with his legs and with his skating in order to sort of help create some more offense.
Any concrete plans to take a look at Wedgwood this upcoming week?
Yeah.
Hearing you talk about some of the challenges lately, energy, skating, do you look at morale as an issue alongside any of those things?
Yeah, I think it can be. I think our guys still believe we can win. They just know it's a difficult task on a nightly basis with some of the opponents that we've been facing. But I think, it's important to get out to a good start. We did that tonight and looked like we ran out of gas. I mean, it can be frustrating, like when you're going through some of the stuff we're going through. But I think the guys have kept a pretty good focus. They're here to work. They're here to compete hard. We've been doing that. Again, scoring doesn't come easy, and if you fall behind, it can get frustrating for your team. So morale is definitely part of it, but I think you have to reset nightly basis, which I think we've been doing.
And talking about that, Nico was saying that there was a lot of miscommunication on the ice. Is that just something for that reset, that you just kind of sit down, look at video, like kind of get an idea of where that miscommunication came in and how to fix that?
I'm not really sure exactly what he's talking about, so I can't, I'm sure there's plays when there's miscommunication, right? I think communication can help solve issues on the defensive side of things, especially. A little more talk on the offensive side of it as well. We've been trying to drive that out of our team for quite some time, years actually. Communication in the D zone eliminates confusion. And I think like for the most part, like our D zone coverage has been okay. There's some areas where we get duplicating, and that's where the communication can come into it. And there's open men. Sometimes we survive it, sometimes we don't. But it's an area that improved in segment 2 from segment 1, no question. A lot of areas our game did. I don't know if they've regressed in segment 3 yet. We're only 3 games in, but or 5 games in now. So it's we'll take a look at the numbers, and we had a meeting today on Dallas, like some of the things we didn't like in Dallas, some of the things we liked, and how we get to that game for full 60 minutes. That's a challenge right now.
Sounded like Manson was gonna get reevaluated tonight.
Yeah, he's out week to week. Yeah.
Do you have an update on what Shillington's doing?
Shillington is day to day, Wood month to month, Madsen week to week.
Is it upper or lower for Shillington?
Upper. Yeah. All right, thanks.